Good afternoon, Pro Wrestling Universe, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Pro Wrestling Show. This week's edition is episode 62, and before we kick off the program today, I want to send out, the Pro Wrestling Show wants to send out heart and prayers go out to the Moody family on the passing of the late, great, one of the greatest managers of all time, William Moody, a.k.a. Paul Bear. His son, his son, Michael Moody, tragically passed away this past weekend, and I just want to send, the Pro Wrestling Show wants to send out its hearts and prayers to their family at this time. So, at this time. And also more heart and prayers goes out to the Howard Stern Show, the passing of Eric the actor. He also tragically passed away as well. The Pro Wrestling Show sends out its hearts and prayers to him and his family. I'm very sorry. We're very sorry on your loss. So, goes to his loss, and so very sorry and sad to see him go. He was a great man, and same with Michael and Eric. Okay, well that's moves on to the show, and let's kick it off. The Pro Wrestling Show starts, and it is the full results of the 2014 WWE Night of Champions pay-per-view. We start with the Night of Champions kickoff presented by Mountain Dew Kickstart. Kickstart your night with Mountain Dew Kickstart. And Renee Young opens the kickoff along with five-time world champion Booker T, along with Alex Riley, and the special guest, WWE superstar, The Big Show. They open up with with match previews of the Night of Champions pay-per-view, and Booker T interviews his former partner, Goldust, on the kickoff, and then we go to end the kickoff, which is the return of the Peep Show with WWE superstar Christian returns, and his guest was no other than Y2J Chris Jericho. And it was a very good kickoff to kick off the pay-per-view. And now, Diet Dew presents the 2014 WWE Night of Champions. Diet Dew, the only diet with dew in it. Now we kick off the pay-per-view with the WWE Tag Team Championships. It was the Usos going against Goldust and Stardust. Epic, really great match between them. Stardust rolled up Jimmy Uso for the pinfall, and we have brand new tag team champions, Stardust and Goldust. Great match. I watched this match pretty much right after watched this match over again right after the pay-per-view ended, and I gotta tell you, the opening match was definitely phenomenal. Now the next match is for the WWE United States Championship. It's the Great White Sheamus, which is your current United States champion, and goes against Cesaro. Now these two have great rivalries in their past. Also, one of their matches was on the live WWE main event, which was one of my favorites. They have great matches. And your winner and still United States champion, the Great White, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Great match between them, and then after that, we go to your Intercontinental Championship match. It was, that's right, the show off. Dolph Ziggler goes one-on-one with the moneymaker himself, The Miz. The Miz was with Damien Mizdow, which is his stunt double of the storyline of the show. Art Ziggler was not with Dolph at Night of Champions. He could have, I don't know, something to do. Somewhere else he was. But great match it was. The Miz retained his Intercontinental Championship as The Miz defeats Dolph. But 12 hours later on Monday Night Raw was another exciting match it was a rematch, because Dolph had a rematch clause in his contract, and Dolph Ziggler wins back his Intercontinental Championship. Congratulations, DZ. Okay, now we go to your next match of the evening. It was an open challenge. It was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus the powerhouse Roman Reigns, but there was breaking news this past weekend on the WWE Network that the powerhouse was rushed to the hospital. He suffered a inserted hernia. Scott Stanford did the breaking news on the WWE Network this past weekend, and we also heard from Dr. Chris Amon and his doctor from the hospital. So my heart and prayers of the Pro Wrestling Show goes out to Roman Reigns. He will be out for a couple of months, but no worries, Roman. No worries, my friend. Feel better. Yeah, get better. Get 100%. See you back in action in no time. Okay, but anyway, Seth Rollins was in the ring, and the return of the lunatic fringe of Dean Ambrose returned at Night of Champions as he attacks Mr. Money in the Bank, which was a really amazing brawl. Ooh, I gotta tell you. Gotta love brawls in WWE. But anyway, that was a pretty good segment of the pay-per-view. And then we go to the next match of the evening. There was no championship on the line between these two because this was USA versus Russia match between Alexander Rusev taking on Mark Henry. Rusev defeats Mark Henry by his submission, which was what is that submission? By the camel clutch. Ooh, I gotta tell you, Rusev has a powerful camel clutch as a submission. Your next match of the evening was the Viper, Randy Orton, going one-on-one with Y2J Chris Jericho. And I gotta tell you, that was an outstanding matchup between Y2J and the Viper. So many great rivalries between them. But Chris tried his very best to win the match, but Randy had a big RKO for the win for that. Now we go for the Divas Championship match. It was a three-way Divas Championship match between Paige, Nikki Bella of the Bella Twins, and AJ Lee. And that was an amazing match. AJ puts on her submission hold, the Black Widow. Puts on her submission hold, the Black Widow, to make Nikki Bella tap out. So AJ Lee wins back her U.S. Championship. Congratulations goes out to AJ Lee. Now we go to your main event of the evening. It was, that's right, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Now there was a little controversy. Towards the end of the match. Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, decided to interfere in the match. So he got his briefcase and slapped it on the back of John Cena to make, to get the DQ. John Cena did 4 attitude adjustments to Brock Lesnar. John Cena was this close for tying the Nature Boy Ric Flair in history on making 16 championships combined between John and Rick. That was a great match indeed. But anyway, that was a great match indeed. I thought. But anyway, that was a great pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view comes in 5 weeks, which is Hell in a Cell, which is presented by the upcoming WWE 2K15, which you can pre-order now. Once you pre-order, you can use the playable character of the man called Sting, which is a great feeling, and WWE 2K15 hits stores October 28th. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of The Pro Wrestling Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's show. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's show. If you want to follow me on social media, you can add me on Facebook. You can add me on Facebook, Matt Man Nelson. If you want to chat, get to know each other on how you got your start watching professional wrestling. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, give me a follow at Matt Nelson83. Matt Nelson83. No spaces in between, because there's no underscores. Matt Nelson83 for that. And also, subscribe, like all my videos, like all my episodes, episode 1 to episode 62, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more amazing, good episodes of The Pro Wrestling Shows. The Pro Wrestling Show exclusive will be this Friday, episode 8, which will be a very good one indeed. Now, if you want updates on that, stay tuned to Twitter, and I'll let you know what's in store for this Friday. Well, that's going to do it on a great edition of The Pro Wrestling Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get ready to enjoy live WWE main event on the WWE Network, which is in 3 hours from now on the WWE Network. And also, let's get ready for Impact on Spike, which is in 24 hours away from New York City, from the Manhattan Center. That's going to be a great show indeed. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and I'll see you this Sunday on another The Pro Wrestling Show promo. Have a great evening, everyone.